The balancing nail puzzle. Can you balance all of these nails on the head of this nail? Yeah, it's hard to do unless you've got a strategy and a plan. Here's my plan. Watch. You simply rotate the nails back and forth, alternating them back and forth like this. We're putting a system in place. We're going to lock them in place, and then we're going to use the center of gravity to be able to balance them all on that single head. You put this one here, lock them in place. So now watch. Hold them here like this, lock them in place. Look at that. And now balance on the head of this nail. And that's the great balancing nail trick. You try it.
This is the world's coolest sink. At first you see a regular countertop, but when you press the button, the sink appears right before your eyes. Press the button again and the sink disappears, and a wiper washes away the water. This unique high-tech sink was developed by the Turkish specialists, Osman Khan.
So these females, when they're pregnant, they're right full of eggs like this. We can't keep them, and they're marked by another fisherman. That one's already been caught, so we gotta throw him back. That one's got a punch, throw her back. That's got a punch, throw her back. And then this is full of eggs. It doesn't have a punch right there. I'll punch it. This will notch it, doesn't hurt it at all. And that means no one else can catch it. A lot of times in the summer we catch these lumpfish that have a suction cup on the bottom side of them. If you stick them up to a flat surface, they can actually stick for quite a while and hang on. They say it's good luck to kiss them on the lips before you throw them back, so that's what we did.
Do you want to take a picture with a beautiful tree? Don't do it like this. Instead, try this. If you don't have a wide-angle lens, put your phone in pano mode and turn your phone sideways. Frame your model fully inside the tree trunk and make sure his whole body is showing in the first frame. Click record and slowly start panning up until you clear the tree. You just went from this to this. Like and follow for more.
If you're worried about your information on the internet, this is a great way to get rid of all of it in one go. First, you want to go to a website called White Pages. In here, you can search up your name and it will bring up all the information on you. This website will list phone numbers, current addresses, public records, and criminal records. Once you find your record, go to the bottom and hit help. You then want to go over to how to remove or edit personal listing. Then you would go to the opt out of site section, and this will remove your information from the internet for good. Stay safe and ensure your information is secure.
Imagine if you were a billionaire. A billionaire. You could buy whatever you wanted to, the Porsches, the Ferraris, the Bugattis. You could buy a castle in France. You could buy a house in Malibu. You could own your own spacecraft and fly to space whenever you wanted to. And that night you go to bed and you smile. The morning you wake up and you're sick. And then you get sicker and sicker and sicker. And after a while you realize that everything that you own becomes worthless. It is said that the sick person only has one wish, and the healthy person has thousands. So if you're healthy today, be grateful. cherish it, because it's the greatest richness.
Tables and chairs.
This doctor said not to take the corona vaccine, and here are the reasons.
I have 48 publications, including 23 books. I've studied health, medicine, anatomy, and physiology for approximately 21 years. Dr. Robert Malone, who created the messenger RNA vaccine, has said no one should ever take these jabs, ever, under any circumstance whatsoever. He created it, and he says don't ever do it. So let me explain what's going to happen to the people who have taken it. Excuse me. The people who have taken it are going to die in the next 6 months to 3 to 5 years. For 3 reasons. Number 1, you've dramatically decreased your own immune system by 35%. The first jab did it by at least 15. The second did it by 35. Now, if you take a flu shot in the future, you will die. The second reason, antibody-dependent enhancement. Antibody-dependent enhancement is what is happening with these jabs with everybody who has taken them. Unless, of course, you've taken a placebo, but there's no way that you would know that. So given that fact, antibody-dependent enhancement tricks the entire body into believing that the cell that's eating the pathogen is eating it when it isn't. It ends up leading to what's called a cytokine storm, which causes organ failure. That will cause no stopping that. No amount of drugs will stop that. The third thing, blood clotting. Everyone who has taken the jabs is blood clotting. If you don't believe me, there's a way you can find out. Take what's called a D-dimer test. What that does is that detects blood clotting at the microscopic level. They're cutting full blood clots out of people right now. As I'm talking to you, millions have died jabs potentially in the future, along with wearing masks. And I heard parents say the same thing. So to the parents who are actually considering jabbing their own children, you're going to sterilize them permanently. People who have taken the jabs are sterilized. 80% of women who have been jabbed have lost their children in the first trimester. You can't have kids. You've also injected yourself with the equivalent of HIV. You can now no longer breastfeed, donate blood, donate organs, donate blood plasma, nor bone marrow. If you don't believe me, try to donate blood and blood plasma and find out what happens. You will be denied. Unless, of course, you live in California, in which case they're allowing people to donate toxic blood with spike proteins in it. The jabs create spike proteins. They're in the jabs themselves.
The age of the round chainring is over. This is quadrant ring, made by NSB. By breaking the pedaling action into 90-degree segments, the rider effortlessly puts 4 times more power to the rear wheel. In between these peak power moments, there is the restive stage of pedaling, which riders report a 90% decrease in fatigue. While conventional chainrings can only have 180 degrees of chain contact, the quadrant ring has up to 270 degrees of contact that eliminates all chain drop,